Hey guys, my name is Kit, and for my current events presentation, I'll be talking about Walmart and these machines that they just put out recently. They're like robotic janitors that clean floors and collect data. This article is from the Washington Post, and it was published a couple days ago in the innovations section. So basically, the phenomenon under question is like whether these robots are going to be beneficial or if they're going to be like non-beneficial to like this industry, and like if they're going to take jobs from people, because the popular opinion is that robots are going to take everybody's jobs by 2030, according to some people. So, the reason it connects to our class and how it relates to organizational behavior is organizational behavior is all about how people work in groups. So, I guess like it's kind of far fetched, but like when you add technology into the question and like the potential for technology to replace someone like in your group of cooperative working, how is that going to change like how people work together and all that kind of stuff? Like, does that mean that everybody, like, we leave the stuff that can be for the robot to the robot, or do we, you know, put different roles and responsibilities for the people in the group? I don't know. So the major stakeholders in my case is obviously Walmart, because they're the ones that put out the new machines. They're like mini Zambonis, but they operate more like Roombas, like the vacuums that are on the floor and can detect like chairs and couches and tables and all that kind of stuff. So basically, it says that the big box retailer announced plans to place 360 autonomous or automatic robots inside Walmarts across the country by the end of January. So, and right now, their job right now is just to scrub the stores like aisles and the floors and all that kind of stuff, which normally is done by a person, but they're kind of replacing the person in that case. But um, in addition to this, the robots are going to be collecting data for the companies. So identifying, which shelves are empty and which shelves need to be restocked, or, what are the most popular areas during the day. Stuff that can help like flow, boost sales and to give them like valuable information about their company and what happens in the store during the day. Something that like wouldn't be able to be monitored 24/7 by a person. Major stakeholders, like I said before, Walmart, the company that the machines come from, Brain Corp. It's based in San Diego, and it's a technology company that has partnered with Walmart. And then obviously the employees for Walmart. Those are the major stakeholders and players. Um, I think this is important because not only is it furthering the fact that technology is becoming so important to industries nowadays, but also the fact that it it's showing us like how we're going to interact and adapt to the fact that technology is becoming so prevalent. And I really like the way that this article like kind of like presented it, which was that these machines aren't taking the jobs from people. They're almost like just repurposing the people that used to operate the machines. So instead of having people do like the repetitive work that simply can be done by a machine, they're putting people in the positions that they need, interacting with the customers, answering questions, and providing a good customer service base that you wouldn't receive anywhere else. So, and I know a lot of the times like Walmart isn't necessarily seen as like the best place to go if you want good customer service. So I feel like if Walmart's able to remove people from that job and train them in customer service and put them out on the floor so that they can interact with the customers more and focus more on that piece, that just makes their company that much better, and be able to like compete with people like Target or Old Navy or Kohl's, and any places like that, JCPenney, any other like major department store. Um, who is or will be affected? So I think directly, definitely the employees, definitely the company. I think indirectly, the other places like, Target, like I said before, Target, other grocery stores, department stores. They're seeing Walmart utilize that type of technology. They might want to do so as well. And then it could even go like smaller scale and go to like the smaller companies, the mom and pop organizations, all that kind of stuff. I think that's more like the indirect approach of who would be affected. What are the predominant theories, lines of reasonings, predictions, or courses of action? Um, so basically, the only course of action that I saw with this article was that the automation that's being provided by the machines will allow the workers from Walmart to be able to perform like new tasks in some industries, um, without having to switch occupations or like upgrade their skills. So let's see, my opinion. Um, I actually think this could be a decent idea just because, like, yes, it might replace some of the jobs that people have for stores like that, but the data that you can get from those types of machines is so much more valuable than, just having a person sitting on a machine cleaning the store. Um, and as long as the company just like repositions those people like in a different place in the store and doesn't like lay them off, that might be more valuable, especially for places like Walmart, like I said before, who have not a very good reputation for like good customer service. They could completely revamp their entire company and base it more on customer service, bringing more people to the store and being able to answer questions better and all that kind of stuff. And in my opinion, like personally, like I worked for Target. I am well aware of how retail works, and they are continually always giving us training on customer service and interacting with the guests. They just like changed their operating model, at least for our store. Like they just completely changed it, and now we're expected to interact with at least 3 to 5 guests every half an hour, and the focus that we have on like attaining to the guests more instead of like doing our work is a lot higher. So if we had like machines to do the repetitive stuff for us and just interact with the guests, like that would so much get the customer service so much higher. Um, what are your suggestions, fears, concerns, or hopes? Obviously, a fear would be that the like having machines like that would just put people out of a job. And even though the companies say that they're gonna like reposition them within the company, they don't actually, and they choose to save money and just lay off the person altogether. In addition, I feel like if they have those types of machines now, imagine what they'd have in 3, 5, 10 years. We'd have machines that could like fold clothes, so you wouldn't have people that can fold clothes anymore. Or you could have robots that do the customer service part, that answer questions for people and like do that type of stuff. And then where would we be? We wouldn't have any jobs. Um, but obviously, I really hope that that works for Walmart, and I think that it would be cool to see it happen in other stores. I know it would be really cool to see like Target have something like that, because I know that they spend a lot of money on just cleaning the floor when you could just get a robot to do that and have that person do something else that's more valuable to them. So, yep, thanks for listening, and that's it for me.